What is up, guys? It's your boy Sesko from Video Games Underground, and this is actually going to be a pretty cool video. I'm making this because I have, for the longest time, I've always told you guys, reach out on social media, reach out on Twitter, reach out on Facebook, reach out anywhere you can to people who used to play this game, because these people, they don't have a value on items. They just want to get rid of them. They just want to cash out. And you can make some really good deals like that. And I'm not saying rip people off. What I'm saying is just, like, hey, look, because the market right now, it is a buyer's market. And that's just all there is to it. Sellers, unless you find somebody that absolutely wants and absolutely needs what you have, you're not going to get what your item is worth. That's just all there is to it. I was just talking to a lady earlier today who had a 2 of 9 Thanos, or 2 of 5, I think it was, Thanos award. And I told her, I was like, I feel your pain. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, that Thanos award. I was like, how many times have you tried to sell it? And she told me, she was like, holy shit. She's like, oh my God, you have no idea. And I was like, bullshit, I don't. I told her I had the 1 of 9 Thanos award, #1, and I could not sell that award for shit. Thankfully somebody finally bought it off of me in like a pity buy, but it's one of those things where that item should have gone for $200, $300, maybe even $400, and it didn't. It didn't because at this point in time, these items, if they're not in the middle of a chase, if they're not, if there's not multiple people fighting over them, there's no reason for people to value them. And unfortunately, that's what's going on right now, is there are a lot of people who are not awarding proper value to items. And because of that, stuff is selling way, way undervalued. And it kind of sucks because you have people like me, where I don't sell or I don't buy to collect. I buy to profit. There's different people that play this game in different ways, and there's no way that is right. There's no way that is wrong. There's no reason to pass judgment on me or anybody else, because we all play this game differently. And that's just one of the things that makes this game awesome, is the fact that there's so many people that play this game in different ways. Now, here's the issue, though, is that the way that Quidd is set up right now, there is no real value behind anything that's not mintable or anything that's not new and in the middle of a chase. There are certain items that have retained value. Case in point, Shipashi, the puzzle piece that I purchased the other day, the BMO or whatever it is, even that has lost a significant amount of value just because nobody really values that item anymore. And that's kind of the situation that we're in, though, with everything in the game. The value of all these items, after they pass a certain point, vanishes. And every single day I look for people to wheel and deal with. And every so often, at least once a week, you'll see me making a post on social media, reaching out to old players. You'll see me saying, hey, did you used to play Quidd? Do you want to cash out? I'm buying in bulk, as long as it's very well priced. And basically what I'm saying is I'm paying cheap, and I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna try to profit off of this. Just being blunt, being honest with these people, because I want them to know, like, look, I'm not trying to pay retail for stuff. And when I run into people and we're wheeling and dealing, and I'm telling them, a lot of these people, they come back to the game and they don't understand the market. They don't understand where things are and where things could possibly go. They'll see a sale from March or February or something, and they're like, oh, that means that this is what this is worth, and it's hard to tell somebody, like, no, that's not what that means. What that means is, at that point in time, somebody was so desperate for that item that they paid that. Or this is why this one sold so low. It's just, at this point in time, that person just didn't care, and they were willing to sell it for whatever. And these values that we try to give to these items, like, it's uncontrollable. Like, there's no rhyme, there's no reason. And what's happening right now is a lot of people are coming back to this game, and they are coming back expecting, hey, I haven't played this game in 3 years. All of my old stuff should be worth X amount now. X, times 2 amount. But the thing is a lot of these old sets, a lot of these old items, they're not worth anything. And they're not worth anything because this is the market that we've created, where the only stuff that has value is stuff that is in the middle of a chase, or like a legendary item. I guess we need to give it a name, so I'm going to call them legendary items. These legendary items are items that that forever they were the hard ones to get, hard ones to come by, and nobody had them, nobody would sell them. And that's the situation that we're in right now. Is the only items that have value are things that are mintable, legendary items, or items in the middle of a chase. Anything else, like all these old sets that people come back to from Valiant or Star Trek, or there's a multitude of different ones, but they have no value, and it kills me to have to tell somebody when they're looking, they come to me and they're like, Sesko, do you want any of my stuff? And here they are with 100,000 items, and literally, like, I pick 1 or 2 items, and they're like, that's it? And it's like, well, yeah, nothing else. There's, and the worst part about all this is, if Quidd gets to where we want it to be, where everything is mintable, everything in the game is going to have a significant amount of value. But right now, not knowing, what's going to be minted, is this going to be minted, will that be minted, it makes it to where, and that's going off of the fact that they have said they want to make everything mintable. But will it be? There's not a guarantee there. And that's the situation that we're in right now, where these people are expecting a certain amount of value from their items, and maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. There's not a guarantee. And the thing for people like me, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that will see this and they won't be willing to invest in these items, because, like me, I'm not trying to take a loss on anything that I buy. If I buy, it's because I'm going to turn around and sell for a little bit more. If I don't, I'm just going to hold on to it. I'm not going to take a loss, but at the same time, I'm not going to allow myself to lose out on items that I've bought. And that's why I try to buy so low. Some people get upset at that and just say, oh, you're being cheap. It's not about being cheap. It's about trying to self-sustain on this game. So, I'm making this video because I want people to understand. Like, when somebody comes to you and says, I'll give you X amount for this stuff. I had a dude earlier or yesterday. Sorry about that. I had a dude yesterday that was like, "Nah, man, I'm not selling it for half off or whatever, what it should be." And I was like, "Where do you get these values from?" And he's like, "Look, you can see it's this new thing that they have where you can see what they've sold for." And I went and I looked, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, you have a number. Let's say 50 out of 60. The number 2 sold for $50, but you have the 50 out of 60. So, it's not worth what the number 2 sold for. Yeah, but it's still rare. But is it? Look at the blockchains heroes. Even the legendary psyched or whatever they are. I bought 6 of them for like $3 each. And granted, I'm almost certain that when these become mintable, I'm gonna be able to turn around, and I know damn well I'll profit off at $3. But all these other items, when they become mintable, if they become mintable, that's a big, that's a big win. It's a big if. So I don't know, man. I really, all these games are a massive gamble right now. Like I started playing Vivi, or however you say it, the other day, and the number one, I always see people fighting over Quidd this and Vive this or whatever, but I joined the Reddit, and the number one thing I see is, when can we get real money off of this game? They don't even have real money yet. And Quidd has real money, but the market is not where it should be, because there's still a lot of unknowns. And I really, really hope that as we get closer to being mintable, that these unknowns start to go away and the unknowns turn into knowns. Because once those unknowns turn to knowns, maybe these older items will start to have value. Maybe there will be a reason for these people to come back. Because I can tell you right now, there's not a reason for people to come back right now. There's a small number of items from each channel that have maintained or retained a high amount of value. A value to where, somebody, the other day I saw some dude that was like, and he wanted like 20K for his account. And I ran through his account, and I'm looking at it, and I see the whole channel is filled, but who's gonna, those items? Somebody has to want those items for there to be a value to them. And if you go individually into each of those sets, those items are selling for 99 cents. So yes, you have, 10,000 items, but there's no value behind them. At least not yet. If they become mintable, I'm sure they're going to go up in value. Everything does. But it's a big if. So, like I said, I get depressed telling people, you don't have anything I want. Or I get depressed telling people, I was really, expecting your asking price to be a lot lower. Because I know that's not what they want to hear. Nobody wants to be told, oh shit, you're way off on values. Like nothing that your items are worth about a quarter of what you're wanting them to be worth. So if you happen to see this and you're dealing with me, please understand, I'm not trying to be a douchebag. I'm not trying to be ugly to you. I'm just being realistic with the current market conditions. There's very few items that have retained what value they should. Very, very few. There's a lot with the number of limited awards. When I say limited, I mean like the 1 of 2, 1 of 3, 1 of 5s, 1 of 9s. Like all those awards have killed this economy, because before you had the awards to 99, and then they did the awards to 9, and maybe they didn't realize what this was going to do. Maybe they just thought, oh yeah, more awards, more people could take part. But in reality, what that did was it made it harder for people to collect. You have people that want to collect and they can't, and it makes it to where there's no point in completing a channel, because you'll never be able to complete the channel unless you're willing to sell a leg or an arm, and most people aren't. And that has made it to where completing a channel does not have the meaning that it did, because the people that will complete a channel, people just look at them and be like, yeah, they too much bloody money for their own good. So I don't know, there's a lot going on right now. I know Quidd and Vive and all these other games they're all trying to prep themselves for the next 10 years, and trying to get their player base prepped for the next 10 years. And man, I wish I had an inside track on this so I could tell you guys, look, this is what you should do. This is where we need to be. But I really don't. And that's not going to change anytime soon, because I'm just like you guys. Just a regular player trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. I really need this. Oh, man, look at that damn coin. Damn, he pulled it too. Look at this. This dude sold one for $13. Oh, my God. Alright, guys. I'm sorry. This video went a lot longer than I fucking wanted it to. Like I said, I had some really good deals, and then I had some deals that went south real fucking quick. And it's just like, it's hit or miss, man. It really fucking is. So, this is me trying to get a discount on something. Alright, guys. Love y'all. Take care. I hope you have a great weekend. Tomorrow's Monday. We'll hit it hard. Later, guys.